This is a regularly scheduled public session of the Woodridge Board of Education and is in compliance with the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Laws of 1975, also known as the Sunshine Law. This meeting has been approved by resolution adopted at the organization meeting held on January 2nd, 2024, and in a revised resolution at the public session meeting held on January 22nd, 2024. Notification has been sent to the record. Notification has been posted to the Woodridge Borough Hall, the Woodridge Memorial Library, tapinto.net, and the Woodridge Board of Education website. Please be advised that all or a portion of this meeting is being live streamed in real time and will be recorded for rebroadcasting at a future date. Meetings of the Board of Education are open to the public, and all members of the community should feel free to participate. The board announces that under its long-standing policy, it will not discuss in public any comments made by members of the public concerning individual staff members. Before coming to the board, the chain of command should be followed. There are two portions of the meeting reserved for comments made from the public. The first at the beginning of the meeting for agenda items only. The second at the end of the meeting for other items. Issues raised by the public may or may not be responded by the board, but all comments will be considered. The board requests that all members of the public be mindful of the rights of other individuals when speaking. Due to confidentiality and legal rights afforded by the state of New Jersey, members of the public are asked not to speak negatively or in a derogatory manner about an employee of the board or any student. Roll call.
Mr. Fallon?
Here.
Mr. Garvin?
Here.
Mrs. Milano?
Here.
Mr. Vaccaro? Mr. Biamonte?
Here.
Mr. Nieves? Thank you.
Okay. On to presentation, recognition, and awards. Is there a student report?
No, I will have that in my reports.
Okay.
Students of the month.
Okay, so let's move on to students of the month.
Good evening, everyone. Since March encompassed many school-wide initiatives and activities around the theme of perseverance at Doyle School, grade level teachers were asked to nominate a student on behalf of their respective grade that best embodies this important trait. The teachers wrote the following rationales for the students. I'm going to try something a little different. I'm going to go with grade 3 first tonight. Grade 3 student of the month, Mia Albunia. Come on up, Mia. Mia, you look so pretty. Good job, Mia is a hardworking student who never gives up. She strives to do her best all the time and perseveres through challenging tasks. We are so proud of her hard work this year. Way to go, Mia. Our grade 2 student of the month, Jacob Verga. Hey, Jacob. Nice, thanks. Jake is constantly striving to be his very best. He perseveres in all subjects, even when things are hard. Dating all the way back since September. Wow, Jacob, you've persevered many a months, my friend. Keep shining, Jake. Way to go. Our grade 1 student of the month, Andre Grevsev. Don't be so shy. I got a lot of nice things to say about you. Do you want your brother to come up with you? Or mom or dad? Give me a sec. Way to go, Andre. And last but not least, Liliana Baum. I don't see Lily, but she could be hiding as well in the seats. Raise your hand if you're here. Okay. Lily is always exemplifying perseverance. She is patient and keeps going even if something is hard. If something seems nerve-wracking or scary, she always takes a step to persevere through. Lily is a role model to all students. Congratulations, Lily. Congrats.
Good evening, everyone. We have three wonderful representatives from the intermediate school I'd like to introduce you to. Starting off in the fourth grade, we have Mr. Amir Masada. Is Amir here? Amir defines what it means to be a model student. He is incredibly respectful, participates in all his classes, is considerate toward others, and most importantly, is respectful to not only his classmates, but to his teachers as well. In school, his favorite subject is math. He enjoys this subject because there's always a correct answer, and both of his parents are math professors. Wow. Outside of school, his hobbies include playing competitive soccer and playing video games. When he grows up, his dream is to become a professional soccer player. As well as playing professional soccer, he would love to be an engineer and construct buildings. He's got a lot of things he wants to do here. In regards to his role model, he looks up to and hopes to be just like his older cousin who attends Rutgers University. His cousin, like him, is fun, loving, and smart, and he enjoys spending time with her. Congratulations to Amir Masada, our fourth grade student. Going over to our fifth grade, we have Mr. Slade Lamage. Slade, are you here? Come on up. Congratulations, Slade. Okay. Slade is kind, smart, and helpful. He always tries his best in class and always follows directions. He always strives to do well and is not afraid to ask for help from his teachers when he needs it. His favorite subjects in school are ELA and WIN, which stands for What I Need. He says he likes ELA because he thinks it is fun, and he also likes to read and write. He likes WIN because he likes to be able to catch up on all of his subjects. Outside of school, he likes to swim, surf, and run track. He is on a swim team, and he competes all year long. He says his role models are his mom and dad. They are his role models because they always help him, and he wants to get better at helping around the house. I'm sure we're excited about that one. When he grows up, he would like to be an oceanographer, a marine biologist, or an architect. Congratulations to our fifth grade student of the month, Slade Lamage. Okay, going over to our sixth grade, we have Miss Sienna Valente. Sienna, are you here? Yes, you are. All right, Sienna. Sienna is outgoing, friendly, conscientious with her work, and always participates in class. She always strives to do well and is a pleasure to have in class. Her favorite subject in school is English. She studies English because she really enjoys reading and writing. Outside of classes in school, she enjoys playing soccer as well. Her role model is her mom. She said her mom because she always believes in me and pushes me to do her very best. When she grows up, she would like to be a veterinarian. Awesome. Congratulations to our sixth grade student of the month, Miss Sienna Valente.
Good evening, everyone. For the Woodridge Junior Senior High School, for seventh grade, we have Mia Hamed, who is not here tonight. Mia is a very hardworking student who takes great pride in her schoolwork and performance in the classroom. She's kind and respectful to her teachers and classmates and is always willing to lend a helping hand. Mia comes to class every day with a smile. She has a great outlook and constantly displays a great attitude throughout the school day. Congratulations, Mia. For eighth grade, who is also not here, Haley Carabinos. Haley is an excellent student. She participates often and is always on task in class. She's always polite and respectful to teachers and peers. She cares about her classmates and always makes sure everyone is included when working on projects and labs. Haley is very active and on various soccer teams and balances her grades and athletics well. Congratulations, Haley. Ninth grade, he is here tonight. Randy Estrada, come on up. Randy demonstrates commendable qualities in both academic achievement and personal character. His dedication to academic excellence is evident not only in his grades, but also in his active participation in class discussions where he engaged constructively with course material. Beyond academics, Randy is a shining example of integrity and kindness within our school community. Congratulations, Randy. Just stay up here. No, Randy, just stay here. Let's take a picture. 10th grade, I don't see her. Fiona Helly. Fiona is kind, respectful, and hardworking student. She's able to juggle work, sports, and school with grace. Every morning she comes in, says good morning, and gets ready to learn and work. She shows respect both in the classroom and on the field or court. Her ability to be a leader in the classroom and in her sports shows how dedicated she is to growing as a student and as an individual overall. She's a student that teachers look forward to seeing and having every day. Congratulations, Fiona. Not looking too good here. 11th grade, Pima Yeshi, who's also not here tonight. Pima always treats her classmates and teachers with kindness and respect. Pima is a focused student with high energy and a positive attitude. She is mature and very polite. Her work ethic is impeccable. She asks relevant questions in class and works very well with others. She's determined to succeed and always with a smile. Her pleasant personality makes her a pleasure to teach, along with her willingness to help her fellow classmates with group work or tutoring. Congratulations, Pima. And our senior is here, Gabby Anisi, come on up. Gabby is kind, hardworking, and a positive student. Every year, Gabby has grown more and more into the amazing young woman she is today. She constantly strives to do her best with any task and always looks to help and make others happy. Gabby is currently doing an internship at Doyle School and helps out in the 2nd and 3rd grade classroom. Gabby is a positive role model for all these students. Her positive attitude is always shining bright, and we hope to see Gabby as a teacher in the district in the future. Congratulations, Gabby. Thank you.
Okay, before we move on, we'll take a pause here. I know that a lot of you have schoolwork to do and sports to play and all that, so let's give it a minute. If you want to leave, we will not be offended before we go on to the regular part of our meeting. All right, now that I cleared the room, we'll move on with our board administrators report. Mr. Morelli?
Last week, our 2024-25 budget was approved by the county, and we'll be holding our budget hearing and presentation at our next board meeting on May 6th. Lastly, I would like to thank Mr. Albro, our superintendent, Marissa, my assistant for payroll, Scott and Mike in IT, and everyone else that contributed to the rollout of our digital timesheet program during our last pay period. This program is part of my direction of moving our business office to digital and paperless platforms. And once again, thank you to everyone that made this work. It is never easy trying to implement new changes. My next project will be to move to a digital platform for our employee contracts and accounts payable utilizing DocuSign that was previously approved by our board. I would also like to continue to mention that we are looking for minivan bus drivers for our special needs routes to bring some of these routes back in-house. Currently, all of these routes are through private bus companies at an extremely high cost to our district. If anyone is interested or knows anyone that might be interested, please have them contact me in my office and I'll be able to assist them with the information that's needed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Morelli. On to the superintendent's report, Mr. Abba.
Thank you, Mr. Fallon. Good evening. We have had since our March meeting a great many happenings in our district, and I would like to touch upon some of these items in my report this evening. Doyle School. Following Read Across America Week, which was very successful, the Doyle School commemorated International Social and Emotional Learning Day, SEL, with a variety of SEL lessons and activities in the classroom that reinforce the 5 SEL competencies. On March 15th, the students and staff celebrated a Camouflage Spirit Day in order to honor the military. The children and staff raised $423 for United States Army Cavalry Troop 102, as we have a family member in our school who has served in that group previously. Mr. Lang, our physical education teacher at the Doyle School, spearheaded the annual Kids Heart Challenge and raised an incredibly astounding record amount of $25,000 to benefit the American Heart Association. We've done a great job with this program every year, but that total is astounding. Thank you to our staff, our students, our family members who contributed. Thank you to Mr. Lang for putting this worthwhile cause together this year. Kindergarten and grade 1 have enjoyed class field trips to Bergen Pack and the South Orange Pack, respectively, with grades 2 and 3 scheduled for field trips in the upcoming weeks. Grade 2 was able to participate in the annual Keep Woodridge Beautiful Assembly and welcomed a presentation by Council President Altamura and Ms. Checky from the Bergen County Health Department. Students in grade 2 learned about the benefits of recycling and how to keep the borough clean, and then participated in a second grade cleanup event to celebrate Earth Day today. I'm sure parents would like them to repeat the process at home. The Doyle School is celebrating an Earth Week Spirit Week that will culminate at the end of this week with our first annual Reads on the Green, a school-wide event which combines literacy and our beautiful school grounds. I hope our weather cooperates. At the intermediate school, the third marking period ended on Friday, April 12th, and report cards were posted in real time on Friday the 19th. On Friday the 19th, the intermediate school celebrated in a marking period awards assembly where students receiving high honors and honors were recognized and awarded certificates. Also during this assembly, the Blue Devil Award recipients for the marking period were honored. In addition, 6 lucky students who raised the most money in the Intermediate School American Heart Challenge had the opportunity to pie a staff member volunteer of their choosing in the face. Thank you, Mr. Lisa, for volunteering. During the month of April, we also had 2 noteworthy individual student achievements. 6th grader Hannah Verga won the Doyle and Intermediate School Field Day T-shirt design contest, so all of our Field Day T-shirts will be carrying Hannah's design. 4th grader Daniel Farley placed in the top 20 in the annual Bergen County My Poster Contest. On May 1st, Daniel will attend a ceremony where the top 3 finishers will be announced. Daniel's design was excellent, and we certainly hope that he finishes in the top 3. In the high school, Wellness Day took place just prior to spring break. This was the first time that we have had organized such an activity, and it was a huge success. Students were able to pick and rotate into 3 different activities during the day. Activities included candle making, karaoke, escape the room, board games, yoga, and much more. Students and staff enjoyed a relaxing and fun day and are looking forward to next year's Wellness Day. And the success of the event really was the buy-in from the staff members and the students. It really was a great day. Members of our Glee Club and some of our English classes attended the play Wicked on Broadway on April 10th and had a great time. This year's spring musical, Disney's High School Musical, was presented by our students during the weekend of April 12. Student performances in singing, dancing, acting, set design, props, etc. were phenomenal, and we had a terrific rate of attendance. Thank you to Mrs. Blender, Mr. Carl Russo for such a fine production that the audiences and our performers thoroughly enjoyed. This past Thursday, our sophomores and juniors attended a career fair in our gymnasium. We had over 30 different types of careers represented. The students were engaged and asked a great many good questions. Thank you to all of our community members who participated, and I was particularly thrilled at the number of alumni who came back to present on their current careers. We have some very successful graduates of our high school. This past Friday, the Glee Club and Blue Devil Band had their spring concert tour. Performances were held at the Intermediate School, Doyle School, and ended at the Robert L. Craig School in Moonachie. It was a great experience for both the performers as well as the audience as we continue to see those types of programs grow in our district. This past Saturday, the senior class hosted a Parents' Night Out as a fundraiser event. Over 45 students from Doyle and the Intermediate School were dropped off and fortunately eventually picked up. Our seniors had a great time playing different games and activities with the children, and of course, everyone had pizza. Marking period 3 has concluded, and report cards will be posted in real time tomorrow. In athletics, softball had a great win over Park Ridge while hosting the Donna Ricker Scholarship event. 10 high school softball teams participated in the event, raising funds in memory of Donna Ricker, who was a stellar softball player from Woodridge High School, who sadly passed away from cancer at too young of an age. Softball won today, so I believe they are currently, 6-4 overall and maybe 4-1 in the division. Baseball, who I was informed also won today, played in an autism awareness baseball event yesterday and earned a victory over Hoboken. The boys now have, with their victory today, a record of 7-5. And we are of course very proud of Lorenzo Baris, who is an out-of-district 11th grader and our very, very, very important baseball team manager who threw out the first pitch at the game yesterday. This is a big baseball week with a game at Boulder Stadium in Rockland County, New York on Thursday against North Arlington. Boys volleyball is currently 4-6 and look to get back to 500% this week. The boys have been working hard and have participated in many day tournaments throughout the season. They are demonstrating improvement match by match. Spring track is off to a great start. We have many young students who are quite competitive and have a bright future. This past weekend, they participated in the Bergen County Relays at Riverdale and medaled in the following events. Boys, first place in the 4x100 and the 4x200. Second place in triple jump, long jump, and shot put relays. Girls, second place in the 4x100 and third place in the 4x200 and sprint medley relay. Girls flag football has their season opener this Thursday at home against Wallington beginning at 7 p.m. They are most anxious to take the field and be dominant. In addition, the girls have been selected to play in a showcase event at the New York Jets training facilities versus Pompton Lakes on May 8th, and they will also be participating in an exhibition game at MetLife Stadium on May the 5th. I would like to thank my administrators and our high school students for cooperating with the Woodridge Parent Advisory Network for their annual Easter egg event. It was successful, although weather did not cooperate and we were indoors. Turning to our agenda this evening, some items of note. The board will be considering the appointment of Mr. Travis Salim, who would serve as Mr. Sippel's at the intermediate school as music teacher. Mr. Salim is scheduled to start next Monday. Sadly, the board is accepting the retirement notification from Mrs. Eileen Lehman, our high school library media specialist. Mrs. Lehman has been with us since September of 2005, and her willingness to assist all students and staff members will be sorely missed. I will invite Mrs. Lehman to our June meeting for a more formal recognition, but I'm sure while we are sad to see her leaving, we're happy for her to spend more time with her family and especially with her grandchildren. On a happier note, Mrs. Angela Danielle, longtime high school teacher who retired last June. She really missed us, and she'll be appointed this evening as a member of our substitute teaching list. We are delighted to have Senora Danielle be part of our substitute staff, as she is beloved by her former students, and we look forward to seeing her soon. Now, in board operations this evening, the board was to consider the revision of the current school year calendar. As many of you are aware, we have 2 unused emergency days currently in our calendar. The board heard my recommendation this evening. They have asked me for more information, so we're going to pull that item from the agenda, and I will report back to the board in our May meeting and take action at that time. Mr. Fallon, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Albro. Okay, looking for recommendations on upon recommendation of the superintendent, the Board of Education approved the minutes for the following meeting. Public meeting session, January 2nd, 24, January 22nd, 24, February 12th, 2024, March 4th, 2024, and March 18th, 2024. I need a motion, please. Mr. Garvin, second. Ms. Milano, roll call.
Mr. Fallon,
Yes.
Mr. Garvin,
Yes.
Mrs. Milano,
Yes.
Mr. Biamonte.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, on to committee reports. Gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, sorry. I will read through them if that's okay. Okay, so we have curriculum instruction, approval of ordering CST protocol testing materials, approval of professional development request, approval of field trip requests, approval of out-of-district placement temporary termination, approval of evaluation request, approval of out-of-district placement termination, approval of home instruction again for just Woodridge, approval of out-of-district placements, approval of professional development requests. On the personnel, we have an acceptance of resignation, approval of chaperone, approval of personnel appointment, approval of student volunteers for community hours for the aftercare program for the 23-24 school year, approval of chaperone, approval of request for leave of absence, approval of extended day personnel appointments for WRHS, approval of personnel appointments, another approval of personnel appointment including Moonaki, acceptance of retirement notification, approval of personnel appointment, approval of extended day personnel appointment, resolution to withhold increment case number 242-54007, approval to rescind personnel appointment. Under policy, none at this time. Under buildings and grounds, we have approval for a facility request. Under finance, we have approval of bills list, approval of a fundraiser, and another approval of fundraiser for Woodridge only. Under board operations, we're tabling BO1, BO2, affirmation of superintendent's report of incidents of harassment, intimidation, bullying, HIB within the district, approval of food service RFP request for proposal. Trustees, any questions? No? Other than Mr. Albo being asked to get more information on board operations 1, which is tabled, is there anything else for new business this evening? No? Okay, open the hearing of citizens to resolutions only.
Bonnie Taylor, 64 Woodridge Street. Have all of the staff been informed if their contracts have been renewed and if they're going to move on to tenure? Because I see that we have one contract that is, under evaluation. So I was just wondering if everyone received that notice.
I'm sorry, I missed the first part of the question. She asked if we've notified people for contracts for renewal, and there's one contract under evaluation. Which contract are you referring to under evaluation?
The increment's going to be withheld in the agenda.
Concerning non-renewal and renewal
Mhm.
and the increment withholding, any staff member involved received a rice notice, and that's taken care of.
Okay, so they've received their contract renewal already, correct?
No, the contract renewals take place before May 15th, so it'll be at the May 6th meeting.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, seeing none, closing the hearing of citizens for in-person. Ms. Morelli, any Anything on?
We have no questions online.
Thank you. Okay. Trustees, looking for your support for curriculum instruction 1, 2, 6, 7, 9. This includes Moonaki. Personnel 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14. Policy none. Buildings and grounds number 1. Finance number 1 and 2. Board operations number 2 and 3. Can I get a first? Mr. Garvin, second. Mr. Biamonte, roll call.
Mr. Fallon?
Yes.
Mr. Garvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Milano?
Yes.
Mr. Biamonte?
Yes.
Okay, trustees looking for your support for resolutions for Woodridge only. Curriculum instruction number 3, 4, 5, 8, 10. Personnel 5, 6, 8, 12. None for policy, none for buildings and grounds. Finance number 3, and board operations none. Can I get a first? Mr. Garvin, second. Ms. Milano, roll call.
Mr. Fallon?
Yes.
Mr. Garvin?
Yes.
Mrs. Milano?
Yes.
Mr. Biamonte?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, trustees. Anything for communications?
I have nothing.
Unfinished business? No. Okay, open the hearing of citizens for anything you'd like to speak about.
Connie Taylor, 64 Woodbridge Street. Just a couple of questions from previous meetings. On March 8th, the board approved the schematic plan for the Doyle expansion. I wanted to know if that was approved by the county.
Yes, it was approved by the county as it was being submitted to the State Department of Education.
Okay, is that plan going to be provided to the citizens for review? Stakeholders?
The schematic plan itself,
Yes.
I will advise our architect and I will see if I can release that to the public.
Okay, I appreciate that. And then I had a question in regards to the meeting I did not attend on March 18th. In that, Mr. Albert, you had stated that there was a list of students that were attending out-of-district schools on the agenda. After reviewing the agenda online today, I didn't see what page that is on the agenda. Is that on the public agenda?
Yes, there should be on the public agenda a listing of students by quantity and which schools they are attending.
Okay, if you don't mind emailing me what page, I would greatly
Absolutely,
appreciate.
absolutely.
But after reviewing the meeting, I heard Faith from Tapped Into state that there were 72 students that were attending out of school, out of districts. That is just high school only, I'm assuming, correct?
I do not recall directly what group Faith was referring to between special ed and or those students who are participating in the county programs. So I really couldn't say what she was referring to.
Okay, we can clearly say that 72 is not our special education population. Mr.
That is
Albert.
correct. I was reporting out at that meeting for those students attending the county school system.
Okay. So my question then is, we have 72 hypothetically that are going to out-of-district schools. How many are in our high school currently?
In our high school, as it
Total population?
grades 9 through 12.
12?
Mrs. Ruiz, can you help me out with that?
539, 712. Thank you. I appreciate that. And then last but not least is my question on the construction update. We said on March 8th that we were going to start the spring. Where are we at with the construction?
At this point, it's my understanding that the construction is probably going to take place closer to the school year, if not at the end of the school year. In the meantime, inspections are taking place. Pre-work is being done in terms of opening up walls and seeing what needs to be done when the one piece of construction or renovation that's taken place thus far, our lift that took us from the all-purpose room to the main level was out of date and has been removed and is going to be replaced. So we've had some construction work done in that area in anticipation of the installation of the new lift.
Okay. Board of Ed, I want an honest opinion. Has the town's purchase of the adjacent property delayed construction for the Doyle project?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No? Okay, thank you.
Allison Gardella, 111 6th Street. Regarding the calendar revision, I just want to say that I'm a senior and I want to be in school the day that I graduate because it's really important to me and my members of our class.
Thank you.
If I could respond,
Okay.
no matter what happens, you have to graduate on your last day of school. Project graduation is on that day. No matter what happens, there'll be a day of school for the high school on Friday, June 21st. Then you will get ready for graduation. Then you'll get ready for project graduation. That will not change.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Hearing none, seeing none, closing the hearing of citizens. Mr. Morelli, anything online?
Nothing online.
Thank you. Motion to close. Ms. Milano, Mr. Biamonte. Thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you. All in favor? Sorry. Thank you.